medical, anything that has to do with medical, you always want to make sure that whoever you're having that medical stuff is a person who is fully licensed um, in doing the medical stuff. And the reason for doing that is because liability, if for no other reason other than the liability issue. Um, Having had it experienced, one, you don't want to have anybody underqualified your medical stuff. But and I'll give you an example, workable example. This is for people. Well, it applies to anybody who's disabled. Um, One of the issues is, for example, Robert, my husband, he was being seen by um, both a nurse and a physical therapist. The physical therapist, usually when they have it at home physical therapist, they usually have, they usually always, almost any doctor's appointments you go to, even a dentist office, they usually do, what do you call, um, blood pressure and stuff like that. And a lot of places, I think Medicare laws, the way, don't quote me on this, but as far as I know, Medicare laws um, are that they have to do at least one temperature, either a temperature check or a blood pressure or something, vital statistics when they see you. And most doctors' offices, it doesn't matter what you're going in for, even physical therapy, they do it. Um, I think it has changed in the last few years because of the 19 um, that started in 2019. So because Robert has had kidney problems and he's had blood pressure going low, the physical therapist got there before the nurse did, and he said, "Oh, I can do that." I don't want him. I mean, I don't have a problem with him doing it, but the reason having the nurse do it is that way you can actually, if for some reason he has to go to the hospital or anything, um, having an RN do the examination is that way you can tell the doctors legit, hey, the RN did a test and this is what she came up with. It's not, you want factual basis on anything in medicine. You don't want it like, oh, the physical therapist said this. No, an actual RN who has a degree, who has a license, and that doing it so that you can factually say, yeah, I had an RN do this. And it may sound in the field, in a medical field, or any field, those documentations does matter. Liability does matter. And you you don't want to be held liable for anything. You want the liability to be on everybody else in life, no matter what it is you're doing, no matter what the issue is. You always want other for your liability to be as little as possible and other people's liability to be higher, because and that goes with anything in life. It doesn't matter what it is, but with healthcare especially, you want the liability to be on other people. That because these days, it's, I mean, the things that our parents did 30 or 40 or 50 years ago, it would be more than considered child abuse today or elder abuse or whatever. So it's so much more important to be careful on every little thing and to make sure that you get, and especially in the medical field, the right medical care, because it's, even though it's a little thing, blood pressure may not sound like a major thing, but it is, trust me. Your blood pressure being too high or too low, and it can seriously be life threatening. So even though a lot of people do it in the most in the last year, I want to say since summer of last year, I think Medicare laws changed. I don't know about every state, Kentucky, Colorado, and Arizona. I don't know about the rest of the country, but these three states, uh, most doctor's offices you go to, even dentist offices you go to, they have, because of the new rules, I think federal laws and stuff, they usually do some, but the right person doing it is important, and you having it documented the right way. That's another thing. You always want to make sure that whoever, whatever medical you're going to, always get copies of your own medical records, because first of all, you want to know what is the attitude of whatever doctor you're seeing. You want to make sure that they having a good attitude towards you, that they're being respectful in their notes on what they write about you. Because if they're being disrespectful towards you in their medical notes, that's how they think about you. So you always want to make sure they have the right stuff, the right medical, what happened procedurally, and two, that they're being respectful, and they're thinking of you as a human being and as a patient, and that they actually give a f about your health care. So you want to look at the medical records if for no other reason. One, that you want to make sure that every information they're putting in is accurate, because if you have to have other procedures done, or if you need disability or whatever else, you want to make sure that they have the right medical information on there. Two, you want to make sure that that doctor cares about you. If they don't care, there's no reason they're going to try to make sure that you're healing or you're progressing or you're getting better. So you want to make sure that all of your medical information is correct, and that the doctors and nurses and them also put in medical information, that they all have the correct information about you. It may not seem like a big deal, trust me, it is. In anything medical, it's a huge difference. Just an idea for you to think about. That's also even more important for VA benefits. You need the correct like and subscribe if possible. Thank you. Bye.